What is going on, my people of YouTube? This is Head Ninja Lionheart, hence the lion necklace. Well, it's like 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, Friday, technically Saturday now. So I have been lacking in my videos here lately, and a lot has been going on to where I've honestly procrastinated from making videos because it's either I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. But needless to say, reality's giving me that to the face. So that's Gucci. But anyway, this is a special video. Oops. I made my shelf fall. But anyway, there's been a lot of videos of this already out, and I know I'm probably not going to get a lot of views on it because I'm not popular, I'm not special, I'm not that guy everybody goes to, so I'm just going to put that out there. Very big shout out because I just got this in the mail, something I had pre-ordered from... Thought about knocked down my stand. Unfortunately, it's not Star Platinum. I don't have an actual stand, Jojo. But, I have a sticker from Simply Unlucky Games. Shout out to you, Simply Unlucky. And hopefully you do see this, because this is something I had ordered from months ago and pre-ordered like 12 structures of this. And needless to say, the new ALBAZ Strike, I actually got a full 8 structure decks plus 4 other ones on different sides, and then I managed to get 4 more of these from Walmart the other day before this came in. Like, I literally got these the day before this came in the mail, and I'm just like, I'm so happy right now. Like, I have 16 of these brand new structure decks that are super budget friendly, super budget competitively. For the most part, I mean, this deck is probably more competitive than frickin' Endymion Shaddolls when both of those decks came out. But, yeah, this is the new ALBAZ Strike structure deck. Brand new, Konami brand. And I figured I would do a whole cover of it because, like I said, you look up ALBAZ Strike and you're going to see all kinds of videos from different people making videos on this. But this particular structure deck actually is probably... Team Sam said it best, and other YouTubers have been saying this best. This, without a doubt, is probably one of the best structure decks due to the fact it has not 1, not 2, not 3, but like 4 or 5 hand traps, and all of the new extra deck monsters are freaking overpowered to the point where it's one big beater, basically just nukes your opponent's entire field. And the fact, actually, as a matter of fact, let me get this adjusted so that way. Here we go. Because I'm actually, like I said, I got 16 of these structure decks. I already made the budget-friendly one, of course. So I'm going to basically go over this. So for the most part, for monsters, we got the new Tri Brigades, Spriggan, Sword Soul, and of course, Fallen of ALBAZ. He's like a common reprint, but I actually like how this structure deck box looks. It's really like lit, honestly. It's just really appealing. Like with the Sacred Beast came out when they had their own structure deck and technically have their own structure deck, and getting like those are like $45 a box now. I remember when I got those pre-ordered for like 10 or 12 bucks a box, and on Amazon you're finding them for like $45 a structure deck. Like, holy crap. But yes, ALBAZ, you got Ghost Ogre, you get the Ghost Ogre reprint, Pot of Extravagance reprint, the new Fusion Spell Branded Bond, which is basically the new Red Eyes Fusion on crack. And then you have some of the new traps as well, the Branded Sword and Retribution, and I think Retribution is the one that gives you all the brand new tokens, and the deck came with 5 new tokens to all 5 of the archetypes that basically coexist with their lore. So that's actually pretty fun and pretty cool. But enough with that. We're going to get this bad boy opened. And I'm actually going to show you how I open this so the box isn't ruined. Just like gently get the back of it and like knock the top off so that way you're not damaging and ruining the box much further. Okay. Yeah, that bird is really cool looking for the Tri Brigade. And yes, I still have my Shaddol mat. And I'm actually considering getting myself a ALBAZ structure deck, or structure decks. I already have, there's 16 of them. I'm at the ALBAZ sample playmat I saw on the internet. I actually saved an image of it, and like how I got my Utopia mat and my Speedroid mat. And I'm actually considering doing a whole new deck profile video on the Speedroids because Synchrovestival was lit. Not gonna lie, for Speedroids. And I made my deck for that, and I'll tell you what, I probably only lost maybe 1 or 2 fights out of like 40 or 50 duels, and I'm just like, hey, all these noobs are scooping, this is great. But, yes, here's the playmat. Let's take a gander at this. Ooh. Here's the whole deck list, and the whole intro into the deck. The image of what the front of it looks like. You got all of your tips and combos to how to work the deck and the extra packs that you would need to boost the deck even further. Of course, Burst of Destiny. And also you have the art and the lore story to the Spriggan. Oh wait, yeah, you have the art and lore to ALBAZ, Ecclesia, Albert, Spriggans, and Tri-Brigade. I'll tell you what, though. This playmat is actually really freaking cool. Konami's actually getting real creative with their paper mats, as a particular somebody once said to me in that exact voice tone, just to be show off, whatever. But anyway, yes. This is the deck right here, and like I said, they did a lot of reprints for this, and supposedly, from what I heard, as a rumor, I don't know if it's even true or not. If it is, I hope it is, because I'm not paying like $130 for Alberts. They're supposedly going to be making reprints for it as a common, and why is this plastic so freaking difficult? Why is it so hard? That's what she said. But yeah. You gotta do the sniff gang. Team Sam, I hope you approve. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff, baby. Okay, I blame Team Samurai X for teaching me that. Sam, if I ever go into the hospital or drug institution for being high all the time, I say, I blame Team Samurai X for teaching me to sniff fresh cards that actually have that nice chemical smell to them. Like, this is all his fault. No, not really. But, yes. This is the new Tri-Brigade Courier, I think is how you actually say his name. And he's actually a hand trap. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you control a fusion monster that lists ALBAZ. So basically, all the hand traps to this deck, the new ones, this and the Spriggan, if you have any of the ALBAZ cards or anything that lists ALBAZ in its card context, they basically trigger off. So this being an ALBAZ hand trap, yada yada yada, Fountain of ALBAZ, material. Quick effect, you can immediately send this card from your hand or face up on your field to the graveyard, negate the effect if this card is banished. You can then add a card from your deck to your hand, one Fallen of ALBAZ, or one monster that mentions it, except for Tri-Brigade and Courier. So basically, this searches out for the other hand traps that includes Fallen of ALBAZ in its card text, or that would go to help it and support it. So not only does it help defend... wait, let me see if I got that right. Like I said, it's late in the morning, so my brain is probably not going to be at 100%. And I'm still learning this deck for the most part. I've not even got to play test it yet. Oh, okay, yeah. So if you control an ALBAZ fusion monster, this card basically protects it and stops the effect. And if this card is in the graveyard, you search out for a Fallen of ALBAZ. The next one is called Spriggan's Kit. Now, this is the other... I think this is the other hand trap. Actually, wait, no, this is the fusion material for it. Excuse me. Sorry, had mango Pepsi. Now, what this one does is, if you control a fusion monster that mentions Fallen of ALBAZ as a material, if on your hand or your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. So if you control Fallen of ALBAZ, this is a free summon. So, needless to say, this is the card to go for sure, especially if you want to start building your field up real quick. Especially this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can then add to your hand one of your branded spells or traps. So this is also, not only do you get the free special summon if you control Fallen of ALBAZ, but this card actually searches out all of the new branded spell and trap cards from your deck to your hand. So if you don't have branded Bond in your hand yet, you could summon this or special summon Spriggan's Kit to search for Bond, or any of the others like branded opening, branded in white, branded in red, etc., or the Despia Theater of the Branded, which Despia is so freaking expensive. That's gonna kill my wallet at some point. But yeah, this card searches out the branded spells and traps, and also that is banished or in your deck. So if you have any branded cards that are banished, you add one of those from banished to hand or from deck to hand. So this is actually a nice little searcher that Konami made, Spriggan's Kit. The next new card they made... Oops, I dropped a token. But before we go continue any further, this is the artwork on all of the brand new branded cards that they made. Or, not branded, but yeah. Here's ALBAZ, Ecclesia the Exiled, the new Tri-Brigade, the Virtuous First Aids? I don't know what that is. And then you have Alubert the Dogmatica. So apparently Alubert was once part of the Dogmaticans. Wow, he changed up, that's for sure. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we'll put the tokens to the side here. And then the other new one we have is a Sword Soul, the Golden Soul Sword. Or Soul. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Tongue twister. Basically, this is actually the tuner, but it actually makes no sense because this deck does not play Synchro, but I guess this is just Sword Soul support, or for the most case, of course, Sword Soul. But anyway, this works for ALBAZ. Basically, when an opponent is attacking your monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So this is one of those cards, Battle Fader with a twist. You can not only special summon this card, but you can destroy the monster that is attacking your monster that lists Fallen of ALBAZ or is Fallen of ALBAZ. I think it's either... Yeah, it's one of the fusion Fallen of ALBAZ. So this is basically your destruction and support and whatnot. So therefore, yes, this is actually not a bad card. Okay, so what else? And I apologize if I'm not the best at explaining all these videos ahead of time because, again, I always choose to do things at the last minute without properly planning ahead. But anyway, you can then banish this card from your field or graveyard to special summon a light spellcaster monster from your hand or graveyard. So if you have like Effect Veiler in your graveyard or whatever, or Ecclesia, or any of the Dogmaticans, because I know they're all spellcasters, you can special summon them. So he basically special summons from hand if you control a fusion monster that lists Fallen of ALBAZ, like Mirror Jade the Ice Dragon right here. The new big boss monster of the deck, budget friendly. Also banish to special summon cards back. So anyway, the other new card is Mirror Jade the Ice Blade Dragon. I'll tell you what, this card is actually really cool looking. Okay, so he takes one Fallen of ALBAZ and one Fusion Synchro Xyz or Link monster to summon him. Now, you can only control one Mirror Jade the Ice Blade Dragon, and this is the crazy bonker effect it has. Once per turn, quick effect, you can send a fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. That monster lists Fallen of ALBAZ as a material. Banish one monster on the field. Also, this card cannot use the effect next turn. So that's the part that actually confuses me. Like, does it say it cannot use the effect again next turn? Like, it's kind of like, it's like a freeze tactic to where you can use it once and you can't use it the next turn, but you can use it the next turn after. That's the part of the context that kind of confuses me. So if anyone has an explanation on that, please do mention in the comment section below. If the fusion summon card in its owner's control leaves the field, this is where it basically says, because of an opponent's card you can therefore basically nuke the monsters on your opponent's field. So yeah, this is the big nuke if your opponent has like Mirror Force, Radiant Mirror Force, or anything that gets rid of this. So there's that. And then you have Lubellion the Searing Dragon. Now he's actually pretty cool looking too. And he's actually the other big boss monster of the deck, supposedly, to my understanding. So anyway, if this card is fusion summoned, you can discard one card. Wait a minute. You can discard one card and fusion summon one level 8 or lower fusion monster from your extra deck. So it's basically Albion the Branded Dragon, but with a side twist to his effect. Except for himself. So therefore you can fusion summon anything else except for himself again. I mean, which would make sense. But then again, he's the key piece that helps you get into your Mirror Jade. For the most part, to my understanding, when I've seen videos of other people using this deck before it actually got released. So it makes sense, I suppose. So it is what it is for the most part. Anyway. Okay, here we go. Okay, I lost my place. Oh, okay. By shuffling fusion monsters from your deck... Or wait, what? No. No. I think I read that wrong. Nah. Okay, by shuffling fusion monsters... This card text is so freaking small, too. Like... That's another thing I don't like about all these new cards. Like, the text is getting smaller, or my glasses are, like, really messing up. And these are super strong prescription, too. By shuffling fusion monsters mentioned into the deck. Okay, so you're shuffling monsters either the field... Like, hang on a second. See if I can read this a little better. Okay, on the field, graveyard, and or in the banish zone. Okay, so basically you're fusing monsters that are either on your field, your graveyard, or that are banished. So say if you were to use one of the branded cards that would fuse the banish, and he hits the field, you can use him to fusion summon again using the cards you banished. So you're basically recycling all your cards that are either on the field, graveyard, or banish zone and sending them back to the deck. So that's actually the really unique part of this card for sure. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so there's that. But once done, it cannot attack this turn, and also it can only use the effect of Lubellion, the Searing Dragon, once per turn. So he's basically very different. Overpowered, not gonna lie. Okay. And then here's the new spell everybody's been waiting for, Branded Fusion. Fusion summon one fusion monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz as a material from your extra deck using 2 monsters from your hand, deck, or field as fusion material. So, as I said, this is Red Eyes Fusion on freaking crack. You cannot special summon monsters with an extra deck except for fusion monsters, and the effect of Branded Fusion can only be used once per turn. So, the fact that this is a heavy fusion deck, all you're going to be playing is fusion cards, so all you really need, you're not even playing much links at all. And this is one of the other new traps called the Branded Sword. Banish any number of branded spell or trap cards from your graveyard to special summon as many Ice Blade tokens. So you're summoning token forms of the Mirror Jade that are level 8s with 2,000 attack and defense points, I believe it is. Oh wait, yeah. It's 2,500 attack points and 2,000 defense points. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one card your banished monsters that is Fallen of Albaz or monsters that lists... Okay, then target one of the banished monsters that is Fallen of Albaz or monsters to add that monster to your hand. Okay, that part gets confusing. Then you can only use one branded sword once per turn. Okay, let me clean my glasses real quick because I think my glasses are all messed up. Like, they might be just a little dirty, and that's why I can't really see all that well. I mean, that's just me, though. Unfortunately, that is just me. Okay, I think I just made my glasses worse, but we'll find out. Hey, I can kind of see better. Okay, so the new next trap card they brought in was the Branded Retribution. It's a counter trap. When a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons monsters, return to the extra deck. So therefore, if you got cards that are going to be bouncing your monsters back to your hand, which you have that sometimes, one face-up fusion monster you control or two fusion monsters in your graveyard that mention Fallen of ALBAZ as a material, and if you do, negate that activation, and if you do that, destroy that card. You can banish this card from your graveyard and also target one branded spell or trap card from your graveyard except Branded Retribution. Add it to your hand. You can only use the effect of Branded Retribution. So, then again, yeah. Okay, yeah. My glasses are better. They were just a little dirty, so. Alright, so here's the man himself, the common Fallen of ALBAZ. When he is normal or special summoned, except during the damage step, you can discard a card from your hand to basically fusion summon. So he's basically polymerization, super polymerization. So if you have Super Poly in deck and you have him on the field, you basically have 6 Super Polys. Or if Konami decides to say, "Hi, Super Poly, I'm limiting you or banning you," this is the only card you can use for the effect to fusion summon using monsters on your opponent's field. So if you wanted to go into the Ice Blade Dragon or Lubellion or any of the others like Titaniclad, Glory, Iron Dash, or Albion, the Branded Dragon, yeah, this would be your key way for sure. And then you have one Albion, the Shrouded Dragon. Then we got one of the new not new, but one of the Dogmaticas, Flunderies, the Knighted. And of course, he's actually really good, I'm not going to lie. One Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I swear, this card has been reprinted so much. It astounds me just how much Konami loves their dragons, but they also hate their dragons. I mean, look at the dragon rulers. You keep the babies, you ban the big dragons, but you bring back Tempest. Like, okay, Konami, you guys just sat down, have a very long conversation with, to the point we all just smack your heads together because y'all are that dumb. But anyway, yeah. One Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, and we also have Thunder King, the Lightning Strike Kaiju, Chaos Dragon Lebanir, that's actually not bad. And then we also have Raiden, the multi-dimensional Kaiju, Artifact Scythe. It's a wonder Konami's never banned him. Then you got the baby dragons, the Black Dragon and the White Dragon Wyvern Buster. And notice I said the Black Dragon first. Moving on, then you have Starly's Seraphert, Keeper of Dragon Magic, Summoner Monk, Ghost Ogre, Effect Veiler, 2 of the 3 hand traps basically, or technically 4 if you want to include Golden Sword Soul. There we go. And Tri-Brigade Mercurier. So that's 4. When you think about it, the deck has 4 hand traps, which is actually really freaking good. I'm not gonna lie. Then you got Ghost Dragon Brotar, considering he's not in any of the main decks. Well, structure deck, budget builds, he's not important. And then you have Branded Lost. This is basically Magical Meltdown. What this card does, when your opponent activates card effects that includes an effect that effects that include an effect that fusion summon or fusion monsters cannot be negated. So this is basically your protection for your fusion monsters to make sure their effects get off. So as I said, this is Magical Meltdown for all of your branded fusion monsters. And etc., etc. Fusion monsters in general. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when a monster is fusion summoned. This way, again, Magical Meltdown. If you fusion summon a fusion monster, you can then also add a Fallen of ALBAZ or a monster that mentions it from your deck to your hand. So this card not only is Magical Meltdown, but it also is like, Oh yeah, I guess it is, but it only occurs if you fusion summon a fusion monster, and once done, you can search out Fallen of ALBAZ. So this is Magical Meltdown, but you have to fusion summon in order to get that off. The one branded in white, and they did not include red, which I thought was dumb, but that's just me. Branded in white, branded in bond, which is basically Monster Reborn for your banished Fallen of ALBAZ. One fusion gate, fusion recycling plant, which this deck does not run polymerization, so I do not understand the purpose of why they included that. Then you got fusion substitute, one gold sarcophagus. Oh, the part of extravagance, which I don't understand why you would include this, considering you need your extra deck cards. Which I understand why you need 3 of them, because you're banishing like 3 or 6 at a time to draw 1 or 2 cards, which the variant I run for my budget build, I do not play Pot of Extravagance, which I'm sure a lot of you are like, why don't you play Extravagance? You're stupid. Like, yeah, okay. But you do realize you also need your extra deck to win 99.999% dashed out of a million percent of your games. So it's just like, yeah, I'm the stupid one because I don't play Extravagance. But yeah, Pot of Extravagance, Call by the Grave, which again, hand trap. This is like the 5th hand trap of the deck. So therefore, yeah, Konami actually did good. One Dark Ruler No More, which I'm surprised they actually brought this back. So they did a lot. Like I said, and like I've been saying, and other people have been saying, Konami did really good with this deck, because this is actually probably the most competitive, budget-friendly structure deck when you think about it. Again, $30 for 3 of these. And then you got Screams of the Branded, Judgment of the Branded, Necrofusion, Warning Point, Back to the Front. Oh, there can only be one. I hate that trapped art so much. Dimensional Barrier, Waking the Dragon, Titaniclad, Rygran the Glory Dragon, Iron Dash, and then the one Albion the Branded Dragon. So, yeah, this is the $10 structure deck. And let me be frank when I say this. This is like I know I've said this repeatedly, and everybody else on the net is saying this. Konami did really good for sure, and this is without question the most reasonable and most competitive-ish structure deck you could have ever asked for. Like 3 of these, and you're basically Gucci. But yeah, this is the whole structure deck. I'm going to be showing you guys a video of my budget build that I made. And since I already explained what all the cards do, I think I should be able to remember this. If I don't remember what these cards do, I'm going to smack myself silly, because I'm an intelligent, dumb, basically, for the most part. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If I sucked, literally sucked, because I'm still trying to get better at, like, talking in videos and whatnot when I'm trying to explain cards. Yeah, it needs work. I need work. I still need work. What am I talking about? I'm not perfect, but then again, I loathe perfection. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on the video. Was it good? Was it not good? I know half hour is probably too long on this structure deck when it should have been like 10 or 15 minutes, but then again, it's me. I'm the smart guy, but I can also be really dumb at the same time if I don't plan ahead. So if I don't plan ahead, I'll be real stupid. And I just did Wendy from freaking Link Reigns just now. If anyone caught that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on this deck video. And, well, if you guys got $30, I strongly advise you blow it on this deck, because it's probably going to be the big hype. And honestly, this deck is competitive enough, you probably could take it to a local tournament and actually play and win with it. I'm not going to lie, but if you take it to a YCS, yeah, you're going to suck. I'm going to be straight up with that. You are going to suck. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. And this is Hidden Angel Lionheart. Take it easy. And yeah, once again, this is the Fallen of ALBAZ structure deck. And if you guys got the extra money for it, $30, all you need. And yeah, till then, take it easy and be safe. Next will be a structured or $30 budget deck build. Anyway, till then.